Welcome back to this bonus hour of Fast Money. We're tackling the financials with this next question.
Hey guys, I was just wondering, with the banks being able to buy back shares, I was looking to start a position. I was wondering which one you guys would recommend, either Bank of America or Morgan Stanley. Thanks.
Peter's got a would you rather. But before we get our trader's perspective, remember just a few days ago, Fast Money friend and technical analyst Chris Verone of Strategas, he weighed in.
Our favorite name in the group, our favorite name for 21, really in any sector, is Morgan Stanley. I mean, no one has made any money in Morgan Stanley in 20 years. That is changing here in a very, very big way. This is a huge breakout over the last several weeks here. I think any weakness into the new year should be bought. This is one of our favorite ideas. I think the banks in general are starting to assert themselves, and what we have said is a broad market, and the banks getting involved, I think, is reflective of that.
Dan, we'll go to you first. You actually called Morgan Stanley one of your favorite names not that long ago.
Yeah, that was before it broke out of 60, and I see the same stuff that Chris Verone sees, but it did break out from 60 and it went straight to 69. So I think what his message was there is buy it on any pullback. 60, which is a multi-year breakout, should be a great support. So I agree with that. If you back the chart all the way out, I think Chris showed us a long-term chart going back 20 years. It broke that downtrend. So you have a high that's probably close to $85, $90 that eventually it'll get back to. But I also like the money centers in Bank of America. I don't think you plow into them here. We just said that in the last hour because of the buyback announcement. But there's some pretty good trading setups for the near future.
Bank of America or Morgan Stanley, to answer Peter's question, Tim, which?
Morgan Stanley. You went on to ask Chris, by the way, is this just in the banking space it's your top pick? And he went on to say, no, this is one of our top picks overall, high conviction. And I think the Eaton Vance acquisition on top of the E-Trade, but their move more into the asset wealth management businesses, which they were already incredibly strong in, has de-risked this company and put more consistent revenue stream on top of this, which raises the multiple of the company. So I like Morgan Stanley. I do think, though, that in money center banks, it's why I had a little trouble answering the question. I like them both. But I think Citi and Bank of America are poised to outperform here because, in fact, they were the cheaper ones and have more operational leverage to all the trends that we're talking about that are tailwinds for banks.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a key thing. One doesn't preclude the other in terms of investing in Morgan Stanley versus investing in Bank of America. And they do expose you, Guy, to different things. But with that in mind, because I believe you like Morgan Stanley as well. With that in mind, which other bank would you pair with Morgan Stanley?
So, yeah, I'll answer the question first. Joker, and a triple. The answer is Morgan Stanley for all the reasons the guys just stated. And they have figured out how to be in three very distinct business models and succeed in each one. Good for them. Where else would I be? I think Citi, we outlined the argument for Citi when it was trading in the low 40s, how at 59% of tangible book, it just didn't make any sense. We thought it could go to 85%. Which coincided with 61.5. That's where we are now. I think Blackstone to go off the board for 500, Melissa, is very interesting. I think that just made a new 52-week high, and I think that's a name you can still be in at these levels. I think out of all of them, and it pains me to say this a great deal, because everybody seems to love Goldman Sachs. I think GS is the paper tiger in this group.
I think that should be an addendum segment to Would You Rather, off the board. So I'll pose that same question.
Ooh.
If you had to go off the board, Tim, which financial?
If I had to go off the board, I'd probably get into... The question is, do you get into the insurance companies here, which have very healthy dividend yields, and now we have a little bit more clarity? That's possible, but again, I like the money center banks, and I want to be exposed to Bank of America. That's on the board, isn't it?
It is on the board. Yeah, you're not playing the game, right?
Let me
go ahead. Try again.
Let me go with an HIG. I think an insurance play in the financial sector is going to continue to outperform.
I know off the board is a little. It's puts you on the spot a little bit. You have to think.
It's okay.
Off the board,
That's what we're here for.
Dan, same question to you.
Yeah, American Express. It broke out on November 9th. That was the day of the Pfizer vaccine. It broke out above 100, 20%. I think it was up that day. It came back in. I thought 110 was a good level here. Here it is at 116, down from 125 just a few weeks ago. So I like picking at this one, playing for a high back towards 135. I think that's where it was trading before the pandemic.
Guy, you are on fire. First wrap it or scrap it, now off the board. So you get 2 gold stars for the month of December.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.